coming now for Dan Bailey. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's back to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, ball. 22's coming, Mike. Hey, back up. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 22. You what? Ran, tough. 22, he's coming up.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, it's Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch.
since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
To throw is Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And some room to run. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Here's Darnold. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, 43 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So that'll back him up 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and... Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Quick edge.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Watch the run.
And they are going for it. Darnold eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 3.
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
We got 4.
Gain of a yard.
Watch, twist.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Darnold flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. He's got... And he'll...